here we go. Match point. Match point. Oh! Yeah. Floating up in the air. Oh, no. Man. Oh, no, it was that. Oh, now. No. No. Oh. Great point. Oh. How do you get the eight? When it's the ball's the apex, you're going to swing like that. Oh, that is cool. Oh, I never changed that.
Can I put your seat?
Yes.
Are you recording it?
Yes.
I think it's amusing, don't you?
I think it has potential to be.
All about the probability and potential.
Oh.
You live in Germany.
Well, until recently I was living in Berlin. Came back for the global financial collapse. Wanted to make sure that all my clients are American. So
Right.
I needed to put the shoulder up.
Damn.
I couldn't do that.
When did you do that?
That was a good game.
Really? So Labor Day, when you met,
All right.
you were still Berlin? Why in Berlin to begin with?
Because I needed to get out of town. Just wanted to. I was in DC for so long that I was wearing the cool stories about being sick on
How long were you on for?
a year. And I want to go back.
I was having this question.
Yeah.
It's even more fun if you're not German because you're not settled around German.
See that?
But it's so amazing. What I like the most is that it's great to meet a bunch of people who are actually grew up like post-war Germans. Well, very post-war Germans. Germans who were born in the 70s and the 80s. Grew up with a safety net. And I don't think I ever really knew people who grew up with a real safety net where no matter what type of decision they make, within reason. I mean, not.
Isn't it family or is it government?
Sorry?
Safety net.
No, the safety net is the social system. Like, if you get sick, or a friend of mine from England, was there for fun and got an underpaying job and met a German boy, and through natural tendencies made a baby that wasn't expected. She decided it was not expected.
What?
Sure. I don't have my.
You just swing your arm.
She decided that she wanted to keep it.
Swing your arm and you have to press your button.
This one is like a very interesting thing.
You get a hold.
Usually planned.
In Europe?
No, in the U.S. But in Europe, it's like this.
You're on the right side.
Like, I think a very.
And nobody gets married in Europe.
Exactly this one.
Yeah, and so but there's no situation where you're ever going to be screwed, because the worst that will happen is that you might have to move into a less fashionable part of town and have everything paid for a while. And it's going to cover you and make sure you're okay. And it'll give you, if you negotiate well enough, you can get a.
Germany's done well with financial crisis, is it not?
Oh, yes, more so because of the nature of banking.
Yeah. So for whatever reason.
Well, no, Berlin is,
That's like
sure.
water.
Berlin is one of the most, I mean, it's even, the great thing about Berlin is that its mayor is the first openly gay mayor of Germany, and he quoted, was quoted as describing Berlin as Corbin, Texas. It is very literally like the Washington, D.C. of Germany. Like, it's very literally, sorry?
In what way?
It's spending, like, it's spending way more than it makes. Like, it's so in debt to other cities for some. Well, D.C. is an impoverished city outside of Northwest. I mean, you know, Southeast, Southwest, and Northeast are pretty impoverished.
I said there are areas. Northeast and southeast, like they're all over the place.
Yeah, but then
And I have friends that live in like, well, yeah, but like southeast and then like.
yeah, but even across the river, you've got Anacostia. Anacostia is a different world.
But I guess in terms of looking at proportions.
But Berlin, since it's a federal country and not a state and individualist country, there's no doubt that most of Berlin's experience as a capital city.
Did you won the first game? Yeah.
Sure. So,
All right, let's go food bag.
it's a port. It's a port city, and so all of its governmental choices and all of its governmental purchases and all of its social programs are obviously, in a lot of ways, being paid for by, Stuttgart and.
You still have another game, right? Or do you do best of three?
Who won that one?
So Bavaria is getting the bill for most of what's happening in Berlin, and so there's a lot of resentment. Not in Berlin. Berlin's flying happy, but
You got a real gentle stroke there.
that was amazing. It's the new Brooklyn. You know that?
You're on the right.
Really good for swimming back there.
That's to the right.
Poop bag.
You had a food bag.
I might stop now.